What atoms are like. Atoms are too small for your eyes to see. Atoms are hard to cut. Ball shapes, spheres. The smallest piece of dust you can see is trillions of atom spheres across. Oh. Cool. Has trillions of atom spheres. To see atoms, you need $1 million electron microscope. Universities have electron microscope. Underline spheres. Wow, lots of editing. The atoms in your floor have no gaps between them, so your floor does not squash when you stand on it. The atoms in all solids and liquids have no gaps. Solids and liquids do not squash. Well, spendy solids have got loads of gas holes in them, like the sponge your mum uses for washing up. That does squash. You're squashing the air out of the holes. You're not actually squashing the solid. Gas atoms are spread out, so gases are compressible. Not squashing is called incompressible. Non-compressible. When you squash clothes, you're squashing the air out from between the solid clothes atoms. A sealed hospital syringe full of solid atoms or liquid atoms will not compress. But gas atoms in a sealed syringe will compress. Syringe. You compress air into a balloon and you blow it up. The compressed air pressure tries to expand. The air expands noisily when the balloon is popped. Yes, at the speed of sound. Sand and water can be poured from a mug into a cup because particles can move across each other. The particles of water are 2 hydrogen atoms and an oxygen atom. Stuck together, bonded. To make water molecules H2O. 2 hydrogen atoms and an oxygen atom bond. The bonds between molecules can move from one molecule to another molecule in a fluid motion. Yes, the hydrogen bonds. Weak hydrogen bonds. The bonds between water molecules are called hydrogen bonds. Ah, there it is. The word atom comes from ancient Greece, 365 years before Christ was born. The Greek man that said all things were made of bits, called atoms, that are all the same shape, was Democritus. Democritus is how to say Democritus. Democritus said that all the different types of objects that were made of different combinations of atoms. Democritus also said that all chemical and biological reactions were the combination and rearrangement of atoms. He was quite clever. He had no proof for it though, it was just things that he wrote down and he guessed. Atoms are tiny spheres. They are tiny sphere shapes. All things are made of atoms except black holes. Oh yes, and neutron stars. And suns. Suns and stars are the sun and all the other stars are too hot to have atoms in their plasma. Solids and liquids are incompressible. Because there are no gaps between the atoms. Gases are compressible. Cool. Wow, that was quite a lot of editing. Press my picture to get more of my videos. Press like, press subscribe. Bye!